Hey MindFuel fam, it's Leticia with MindFuel in Motion. It's time for a quick journey into the world of mindfulness. No special gear needed. You are already equipped. Ready to infuse just these few moments with good intention? Let's begin. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's MindFuel moment. So we're going to dive in today and do all of the mindfulness practices that I usually break up in shorter videos, and we're going to combine all of them today. And we're still going to keep it on a pretty fairly short amount of time because I want you to think about this moment as you clocking in to do the inner work. So anytime that you click on these MindFuel moment videos, these are the moments for you to do the inner work, to focus on you, to make yourself a priority. So we're going to combine all of the practices today to really give you an idea of what that's like when you can take a little bit of time to move a little, do the breath work, meditate, and also journal. I also want to share with you guys that when we show up for ourselves in this way, to do yoga, to do mindfulness, we are creating a discipline for ourselves. We're creating a discipline to connect with ourselves, which is really, really powerful. I truly do believe that, yes, we have to go out and work in the form of work when we think about going to our job or working on our business and things like that. And that is important, right? We have to make money. We have to have the things to provide for our family and ourselves in that way. But I also truly know that the inner work, the showing up for ourselves to be still or to move or to take time to journal is just as, if not just a little bit more important, because this is how we are able to go out into the world and do all the other work and connections with those that we care about, or connections with our community, connections with the world so much better. So kudos to you for showing up today to do this inner work. So let's clock in now. All right, so we're going to dive in and start with a little bit of movement to kind of release energy, get ourselves grounded, and slowly work ourselves down to just being in this calm, peaceful state. And we'll end with our journaling, because then with all of this movement, breath work, and meditation, we'll be able to really go deep within and connect with our subconscious to see what's coming up with the journal prompt that I'll provide for you at that time. All right, so for our movement, I really wanted this practice to be about releasing, okay? So everything is just about releasing any tension, releasing any negative energies or patterns that are coming up. And even if you don't have those things, our body stores things all of the time. It has things stored from when we were a kid, if we experienced anything that was unpleasant, and things that we are picking up from just the different interactions, and even the things just around us that maybe we're not actually interacting with like personally, we're picking up the energies around us. So that's why movement is so important. That's why yoga is so important. And when we think of yoga, it doesn't always have to be, on our mat doing certain poses. It can just be kind of the things that we're going to do today that we're going to do all seated. So this is good if you want to do first thing in the morning and you want to stay in bed and just sit up and do these movements. These are great to use as well throughout your day, maybe in the office, or if you want to just put all the devices away and do a little bit of movement. Again, it really disrupts and moves the energy and gets rid of those things that we don't want to store in our body, because when energy that we don't want in our body that's not serving us gets stored and stays there for too long, that's how we get dis-ease. And that's how things like cancer and all these other things that are just unpleasant things that people go through. And so we want to be able to use these practices to get rid of that, because we don't want those things to hang around. Okay, so let's dive in, get comfortable. And we're going to start with shaking. So you may have seen me do this in other videos, or if you have been to an in-person workshop, you know I love to just put our arms in the air, right? And wave them around like we just don't care. So just go ahead and shake and really just be intuitive with the shaking. You can go all the way up. You can have one arm up, one arm down. You can close your eyes while you're doing this. You can shake in front of you, maybe literally kind of going, all right, let's get rid of maybe something that happened today or this week, or like, I didn't shake that off yet, so let's shake it off. And again, if you are just having a great day, then just let this be a playful time, like, move around and shake other parts of you and play. And know, again, like I said, that when we do this, even if there's not something in particular on our mind at the moment that we're trying to shake off, know that you're still doing the work and releasing something that is not meant for to stick around. Okay, so just play. We're gonna shake. Close your eyes and just breathe it out. Shake. And we'll do the one arm up, one arm down. You get a chance to give one arm a break, kind of feel the tingling, and then we'll switch. And then just do it kind of in front of you. Maybe, move your wrists up and down. Like I said, shake. You can maybe twist a little, like just really play. This is your time to just shake it off. And you might be starting to feel a challenge. So I invite you, as long as it's not the body saying, hey, this is painful, I invite you to kind of get past the mind telling you like, let's stop. This is no fun, right? Like trust it. Just for 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And now you can put your arms on your knees or your lap and just close your eyes. And just really feel into the body. I'm sure you're feeling a lot of sensation right now in those arms, in those hands, in those shoulders. So just enjoy that. You worked for that. And let everything just recalibrate and resettle in. Go ahead and open your eyes, and we're going to do our next movement, which are called shoulder shrugs. So again, this practice is all about releasing. And so even if you don't have, like I said, anything particular you want to release, just trust that by doing these movements, you're letting the body, the mind, the energy around you know, like, oh, we're releasing something, it's time, right? So this can be a playful time for you, or this could be, you really feeling into your feels. Maybe there is stress and anxiety and fear and anger right now, and just use this movement to move through that, right? We don't want to push those emotions away and ignore them, but how can we work through them in safe and healthy ways? So we are actually doing that with these movements. Okay, so shoulder shrugs, I want to invite you with the breath to marry the movement. And if you can, the breath is going to come in and out of the nose. So those inhales and exhales are going to move in and out of the nose with the movement. So when we inhale, we bring the shoulders up to our ears. And then when we exhale, we bring our shoulders down. Okay, so we're bringing up everything up, right? Bring up all the tension, bring up everything up. And even if you want, bring up all the joy and the play and let it go as well, right? It doesn't mean we're letting it go like we don't want it anymore, but we're letting it go so that it can spread out and be in our aura, be in our energy field. And if you are thinking of the more negative things that are happening or you're experiencing right now, I want you to imagine bringing all of that up and letting it go. But for you, we don't want it to go into the field, right? We don't want to have that hanging around in our office or in our space or our home. Just imagine that you are letting that go into Mother Earth, or letting it go into a bright white light, and it's taking it and transforming it into something that's more of a positive energetic sensation. Okay, so you just have to use your imagination a little bit, and we're going to be closing our eyes doing it, so it makes it a little bit easier to go within and kind of focus in on the way that we want to move this energy today. Okay, so let's do a couple with our eyes open, just if this is your first time doing the practice, that you get an idea of what this looks like. So our hands are on our knees, just comfortable, and our breath in, we bring our shoulders up, and our breath out, we let go. Breathing in, breathing out. And then we want to start to build up our own rhythm. So it could look like this. And you can go faster. Maybe you're really wanting to let something go, or you really want to be playful. So it could go even like this. So you get to choose. It's your practice and how you're feeling and how you want to use this movement, okay? So we'll go ahead and close our eyes and begin. And can you do this for 30 more seconds? Maybe wherever rhythm you chose, maybe just take it up just one little notch. Just go a little bit faster for this last 20 seconds. And when I count you down to 1, we'll take a deep breath in and bring the shoulders up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Deep breath in and keep the shoulders up and the breath in the body for 3, 2, 1. And as you now release, bring the shoulders all the way down and the breath out of the body. Make sure all the breath leaves the body. And then keeping our eyes closed, we just take this moment for the breath to recalibrate and go back to its natural ebb and flow. And you get to just enjoy the effects of your practice now. Feeling any shifts physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically, spiritually. And just take a few moments to just enjoy these sensations. When we do these moves, we want to enjoy it, right? We want to enjoy the fruits of our labor. And now go ahead and just gently open your eyes, bring yourself back to the space, and so you can see the screen, so we can go into our next practice. So we are done with our movement today, and we're going to go right into some breath work. This is called lion's breath. And again, I want to remind you of our theme of letting go. So this is a great way for us to let go of anything not serving us. And again, even if we're in this playful state, this is really a great way to really even get in more into our inner child and play-like state. So when we do lion's breath, we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose. And then we open our mouth and we let our tongue hang out as we breathe out. So it's going to look like this. And you notice that even the sound of my breath changed. And really think of bringing out your inner lion. Okay, so let's do a few practice ones. So take a deep breath in and out. Okay, one more. Okay. So if you're not in a place where you can do this, without feeling uncomfortable, no worries. Do just a normal breathing in through the nose and maybe breathe out through the mouth. Or just take all of your inhales and exhales through the nose as like a calming breath. Okay, but if you are alone or if you feel comfortable doing this, and if you've never done this before, just experiment with it and see how you feel. Okay, this is about releasing, letting go, but also being playful at the same time. So we'll go ahead and close our eyes and we'll just begin. We'll be here for about 1 minute. Let's begin. Final round, take a deep breath in and let it out. And now just let this breathwork practice go and let the breath take over and recalibrate and go back to its natural state. And as you do so, we're just going to go right into our meditation. So keeping our eyes closed. Our only responsibility, our only work within this inner work now is to just enjoy the fruits of our labor, of all this work we've put in from the movement and this breath work. Letting the breath just take over and observe the breath as it comes in and out of the body, but also observe the sensations from the practice. Notice the shifts that have happened. Notice what differences you feel and are experiencing now from when you started and now that you are on the other side of this work. And allow yourself to just go deeper within, whatever that means for you today. And if the mind starts to wander and bringing up thoughts, know that this is okay and that the mind is doing exactly what it's meant to do. And you get to choose if thoughts hang out and stay, or if they just can float on by for this few last moments within this part of our practice. This is your time, so this is not a time to think of our to-do list or our work tasks. This is our time to just be with the breath, be with the body, and still be with the mind, be with those thoughts, but let them just float on by and thank them for showing up, thank them for being a reminder, being a lesson, being a guide. And just let them know that we're going to put those thoughts to the side right now. We only want to just focus on the breath and focus on the sensations. And feel free to let the bodily senses be a part of your practice. If there's any noises around that you can hear, invite those in. Don't judge or wish them away. Just embrace them. Embrace any images with your eyes closed that are coming up for you. Embrace the smells that are around you. And bring every part of everything that's around you right now into this practice to join you. I'll leave you here for just a few more moments to journey within. Keeping our eyes closed, we're going to slowly start to bring ourselves back to our body, back to our space. So we'll bring our palms together and start rubbing them together, bringing in some new energy and some heat. And really rub and really start to feel the energy, the heat that you are building up. And just for a few moments, I want you to bring your hands apart and start like you're going to clap them together, but without them touching. See if you can feel the energy that are between your hands just from that rubbing. And just know that you are a powerful being. that energy that you built up within you is just a reminder of the energy that is within and around you, and know that you can choose to play with this energy and shift this energy by doing exactly what we did within this practice today, the movement, the breath work, the meditation. And that you can always choose how you show up in this world. Bringing our palms back together, we'll bring this prayer pose to our forehead to remind us to have loving and kind thoughts for ourselves and others. We bring this prayer pose to our lips to remind us to have loving and kind communication with ourselves and others. And the prayer pose into our heart space reminds us to have loving and kind intentions for ourselves and others. Go ahead and now gently bring yourself fully back to this space by peeking one eye open and the other. And you did it. For our final practice, we're going to go ahead and journal. And we're going to do so for about 1 minute. So if you need to go grab your notebook, a journal that you're working with, we have our journal here at MindFuel Motion, which is Me Time Mindful Moments to Reflect, Release, and Reconnect. So if you have a copy, go ahead and grab this as well. If you want to learn more about this journal, I have all the information in the description below. So to round out this practice of release, I'm going to put up a journal prompt on the screen for us to work with for, like I said, 1 minute. And this journal prompt is, I am ready to release blank, limiting belief or limiting thought. I'll leave you here for 1 minute. Enjoy. All right, my friends, 1 minute is up. I know it goes by really fast. So if you have a little bit more time to continue with today's practice, please go for it. And if this is the end of your practice for today, just know that you did a lot of inner work. You really clocked in today, and you should be so proud of yourself. And I would love to hear from you in the comments below how this practice was for you. Were you in a place of really letting go of some things like the anger and the fears? Or were you just in a playful place today? And either way, just know that you showed up for you, and not everyone does this. So you did it today, and know that you can go about the rest of your day just feeling proud of yourself. You have new energy and new open space within and around you, and that's huge. So thank you so much for showing up for yourself today. And know that if you want to come back and do more daily mindfulness practices, there's new videos for you every single day. So I'll see you tomorrow for another Mindful Moment. Namaste.
If you liked that Mindful moment, then check out the description below to learn how you can bring more mindfulness to the workplace and your home with our Me Time Journal and workshop experiences. And make sure to click subscribe so you get all new videos daily.